The science fair buzzed with nervous energy. Parents and children alike were filled with excitement and anticipation, the air thick with the hum of conversations and the occasional burst of laughter. June 4, 2010, a date that would soon be etched into the memories of everyone at Skyline Elementary. A day like any other at Skyline Elementary School in Portland, Oregon. The sun shone brightly, casting a warm glow over the suburban neighborhood. Kyron Horman, a bright-eyed 7-year-old with a gap-toothed grin, stood proudly beside his science project. His eyes sparkled with pride and curiosity. He beamed, excited to share his work. His enthusiasm was infectious, drawing the attention of teachers and students alike. His stepmother, Terri Horman, captured the moment with a click of her camera. She smiled, proud of Kyron's hard work and dedication. Little did anyone know this ordinary school day was about to take a sinister turn. The cheerful atmosphere would soon be replaced by an eerie silence. Terri accompanied Kyron that morning, a seemingly ordinary act of love and care. They walked hand in hand, chatting about the day's events. She watched him navigate the crowded hallway, his small hand clutching his science project. The hallways were bustling with activity, children hurrying to their classrooms. They reached his classroom door, a quick goodbye hug, a final wave. It was a routine they had done countless times before. Terri watched him disappear inside. She had no idea it would be the last time she saw him that day. That was the last confirmed sighting of Kyron Horman. The classroom, once filled with the chatter of children, now felt hauntingly empty. Hours later, the school bus rumbled to a stop at the Horman residence. Kyron wasn't on it. The empty seat was a stark reminder of his absence. Panic swelled in the hearts of his family. The realization that something was terribly wrong began to sink in. His father, Kyron Horman, received a chilling call. Kyron was missing, vanished. The words echoed in his mind, disbelief and fear gripping him. The school day was long over, and their precious boy was nowhere to be found. Where could he be? The once lively school now felt like a ghost town. The minutes stretched into an agonizing eternity. Every second that passed without news felt like a lifetime. Hope began to dwindle with the setting sun. The day that had started with so much promise was ending in despair. A chilling question echoed through the hearts of everyone who knew Kyron. What happened to that bright-eyed boy in the crowded school hallway? The search for answers had only just begun. 9:15 a.m. June 4, 2010. Terri Horman drops Kyron off at Skyline Elementary School for the science fair. The morning was filled with excitement as students eagerly showcased their projects and parents mingled, capturing memories of their children's achievements. 9:40 a.m. Terri claims to have left the school after taking photos of Kyron with his project. She recalls Kyron's beaming smile as he proudly stood next to his exhibit. A moment that would soon become a haunting memory. 10 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Kyron's whereabouts are unknown. No confirmed sightings are reported during school hours. The bustling hallways and classrooms that were once filled with laughter and learning now seemed eerily silent, as if time itself had paused. 3:30 p.m. The school bus arrives at the Horman residence without Kyron. The driver, unaware of the unfolding crisis, continues on the route, leaving behind a growing sense of dread. 3:45 p.m. Kyron Horman receives the devastating call. Kyron is missing. Panic sets in as the family frantically tries to piece together the events of the day, hoping for any clue that might lead them to their son. 4:12 p.m. A missing child report is filed with the Multnomah County Sheriff's Office. The gravity of the situation becomes all too real as law enforcement mobilizes to find Kyron. The disappearance of Kyron Horman triggered a massive search effort. Authorities, search and rescue teams, and volunteers from all over the community joined forces, determined to bring Kyron home safely. Law enforcement agencies, volunteers, and the community rallied together, desperate to find the missing boy. The sense of unity and shared purpose was palpable, as everyone hoped for a miracle. The search spanned across the vast wilderness surrounding Skyline Elementary School, a haunting reminder of the young life hanging in the balance. The dense forest with its towering trees and thick underbrush became both a symbol of hope and a daunting challenge for those searching tirelessly for Kyron. Days bled into weeks. Weeks morphed into months. The passage of time did little to ease the growing tension and desperation felt by everyone involved. Each day that passed without new information was a stark reminder of the uncertainty and fear that gripped the community. The investigation into Kyron's disappearance intensified, but the young boy remained missing. The police worked tirelessly, combing through every piece of evidence, interviewing witnesses, and following up on countless tips from the public. The search parties expanded their efforts, covering more ground in hopes of finding any clue that could lead them to Kyron. The authorities meticulously pieced together the events leading up to Kyron's disappearance, chasing down every lead, scrutinizing every detail. They reviewed hours of footage, re-interviewed key witnesses, and re-examined the timeline of that fateful day. Every small piece of information was analyzed in the hopes of uncovering something that had been missed. Surveillance footage from the school offered a glimpse into Kyron's last known moments, but provided no definitive answers. The grainy images showed him walking through the hallways, seemingly unaware of the danger that lay ahead. The footage was both a vital clue and a frustrating dead end. The footage captured Terri Horman at the school that morning, but her movements after leaving Kyron's classroom remained unclear. Investigators scrutinized her actions, trying to piece together her whereabouts and interactions. The ambiguity of her timeline raised more questions than answers. The investigation took a turn when inconsistencies surfaced in Terri's timeline and statements. Detectives noticed discrepancies that couldn't be easily explained, leading them to dig deeper into her background and connections. The more they uncovered, the more complex the case became. She became a person of interest, her every move scrutinized under the harsh glare of suspicion. The media frenzy added to the pressure, with every new development being broadcasted to a captivated and concerned public. The scrutiny was relentless, and the stakes were incredibly high. Despite countless hours of investigation, the case remained cold. The detectives, exhausted and frustrated, continued to push forward, driven by the hope of finding answers. The unsolved case files grew, each one a testament to the challenges they faced. The weight of unanswered questions pressed down on investigators, family, and a community clinging to hope. Vigils were held, and the community came together, united in their desire to bring Kyron home. The search for truth and justice continued, fueled by the unwavering determination of all those involved. "We just want our son home," Kyron Horman's voice cracked, his face etched with worry, his eyes red-rimmed from sleepless nights. The anguish of a parent living a nightmare was palpable in his every word. He, along with Kyron's biological mother, Desiree Young, made countless public pleas, their voices raw with emotion, clinging to the hope that someone, somewhere, held the key to finding their son. The community rallied around the family, offering support and strength during those dark days. Candlelight vigils illuminated the night, casting a warm glow on the faces of those who refused to let Kyron's memory fade. The search for Kyron became a shared mission, fueled by a collective determination to bring him home. Section 5. Whispers in the Wind, Theories and Speculations. In the absence of concrete answers, theories and speculations swirled like dust devils in the wind. Had Kyron wandered off into the woods surrounding the school, his small frame lost in the dense undergrowth? Was he the victim of a random abduction, snatched away in broad daylight? Or did someone closer to home hold the sinister truth of his disappearance? The investigation explored every possible scenario, each more unsettling than the last. The possibility of Kyron being abducted by a stranger sent shivers down the spines of parents everywhere. The thought that someone Kyron knew might be responsible was a chilling reminder of the darkness that can lurk beneath the surface of familiarity. Section 6. The Shadow of Doubt, Terri Horman's Story. The investigation cast a long shadow of suspicion on Terri Horman. Her changing story, inconsistent statements, and questionable behavior fueled speculation and distrust. She became the focal point of scrutiny, her every move analyzed and dissected by investigators and the public alike. While Terri maintained her innocence, claiming she had no involvement in Kyron's disappearance, the cloud of suspicion lingered. The weight of circumstantial evidence and her own actions painted a picture that was difficult to ignore. The case against her, however, remained largely circumstantial. Without concrete evidence, the mystery of Kyron's fate remained unsolved. Section 7. Years of Anguish, The Unanswered Questions. As the years passed, the initial frenzy surrounding Kyron's disappearance waned, but the questions lingered. The lack of answers gnawed at the edges of hope, leaving a void filled with grief and uncertainty. The case grew cold, but the memory of the bright-eyed boy with the gap-toothed grin refused to fade. The passage of time did little to ease the pain for Kyron's family. The unanswered questions haunted their waking hours and invaded their dreams. They lived with the agonizing reality that their son was out there somewhere, his fate unknown. Section 8. A community united by grief, driven by hope. Despite the years of heartache and uncertainty, the community never gave up hope. They clung to the belief that one day, somehow, the truth about Kyron's disappearance would be revealed. The annual vigils, the renewed pleas for information, and the unwavering support for Kyron's family served as a testament to the enduring power of hope in the face of adversity. Kyron's story became a stark reminder of the fragility of childhood, a call to vigilance and a testament to the unwavering love of a community united in grief and driven by hope. They refused to let his memory fade, holding on to the belief that one day, justice would be served. Section 9. Keep Kyron's memory alive, a call to action. The disappearance of Kyron Horman remains an open wound, a chilling reminder that even in the sanctuary of a bustling school, danger can lurk. His story is a call to action, a plea for vigilance and a reminder that even the smallest piece of information could be the key to unlocking the truth. If you have any information, no matter how insignificant it may seem, please come forward. Share Kyron's story. Keep his memory alive. Help bring closure to a family yearning for answers and a community desperate for justice. Let's not allow another year to pass without answers. Help bring Kyron home. For more stories like this, please like and subscribe to Oblivion Unlocked.